What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, the latest episode of The Mandalorian has dropped, and with it has brought us the reappearance of Gina Carano's character, Cara Dune. All right, and might I say she did a fantastic job in that last episode. Fantastic. Whenever she's on the screen, it's exciting, it's sexy, it's hot. It's, everything that she does, she brings some real authenticity to it, when she's fighting because of her background in MMA, when she takes down people and everything, it just looks like it's her. There's no reason for, stunt casting or whatever the case may be. So it lends some real, honesty, to her role, with that little smile that she does. It's playful. She looks like she's having a great time. I just love to see her in the role, okay? But unfortunately, with it comes a lot of people who are blasting this, cancel or fire Gina Carano thing. Every time she shows her face, these people have to pop up. So I think that it's very important for those of us who support her to also pop up, when things like this happen. So I'm going to lend my voice to this, guys, because I saw this article last week, and I just want to point out how disingenuous this push against Gina Carano is, right? Now, this article here I saw on VanityFair.com. And I am not going to read this entire thing, but I'm going to read what I think is relevant to the point that I'm trying to make so you can understand it, okay? Okay, so it says here, as Gina Carano and Star Wars fans clash, hero worship turns to scorn. Oh my God, and scorn leads to hatred. All right, so it says here, Carano's social media posts have stoked conflict between the Mandalorian actor and some who once saw her as a champion of inclusion. All right, so it goes on, and it says here, when lifelong Star Wars fan and cosplayer Jay Justice first saw MMA fighter Gina Carano in The Mandalorian as the well-muscled, tough-as-nails mercenary Cara Dune, she knew exactly what she had to do. After crafting a replica of Dune's armor, Justice proudly posted a photo of herself wearing the outfit on social media. That came with certain risks. When you're a black woman who cosplays and you cosplay a character that doesn't look like you, there's a lot of pushback in the fandom from racist people, from bigots and stuff. Justice, whose Twitter bio identifies her as a queer, disabled, black superhero, told Vanity Fair. All right, she identifies as a queer, disabled, black superhero. Talk about a protective class. I better be careful with the way I proceed, okay, and I will. But Justice found the defender in Carano herself. All right, so Gina Carano responded to her, all right, when she cosplayed as her. And Gina Carano said, "Wow, well done. Looks good on you," the actor tweeted, followed by a series of cheerful emojis. How much more supportive can you get after that? You know what I mean? Talk about positive, talk about uplifting. That sounds pretty good to me. That's a good experience. The actor tweeted, followed by a series of cheerful emojis. That naturally made Justice adore her more. Justice says, to have the person say, "Hey, nice job. I see what you're doing there. I want to support you. I want to promote you and make sure you feel like you're included in the space that's been anti-feminist for a long time," is something that you can't even quantify, Justice said. Okay, so she says that this space has been anti-feminist for a long time. This is the space that brought us Princess Queen Amidala, Princess Leia, Ahsoka. I mean, I don't understand when they say that it's been anti-feminist. There have been plenty of, female women Star Wars fans, throughout the years. Like she's saying cosplay. I don't recall in all of the conventions that I went to, I don't recall seeing a mob of people attacking women when they come into these conventions. How exactly has it been anti-feminist? But okay. Justice said, it's just a priceless validation of your existence as a fan in this space. And then they have a picture of her tweet here. It says, "Hi, my name is Jay Justice, and I love The Mandalorian. I made this in a cave with a box of scraps." And then they have a picture of her dressed up as Cara Dune, and she looks good. She pulled it together very nicely. Okay, so it goes on. Justice wasn't alone in finding a hero in Cara Dune. "I liked her right away," Star Wars fan and chair of transgender education advocates of Utah, Rebecca Green, wrote to Vanity Fair over email. "I actually told my fiancé I might try to cosplay her since I'm tall and broad in the shoulders." All right. Months later, Justice, Green, and countless admirers are now struggling to balance their affection for Carano's character with their frustration over Carano's social media posts. Oh my God. I guess Gina Carano just, like, she pulled them in. You must look at this. I want you to see this. I want you people specifically to see this. All right, so they didn't have the option of looking away. 2 months ago, Carano made dismissive remarks about trans pronouns. She's also shared unproven theories about both the presidential election results and the virus mask mandates. The hashtag Fire Gina Carano began trending Saturday after Carano announced that she was setting up an account on Parler, a social media platform that has recently become a hit with Donald Trump faithfuls. Funded in part by right-wing investor Rebecca Mercer, Parler is populated by inflammatory figures like Proud Boy founder Gavin McInnes, activist Laura Loomer, right-wing personality Katie Hopkins, Fox host Sean Hannity, Congressman Devin Nunes, Senator Ted Cruz, and most recently, members of the Trump family themselves. The site has been hailed by some as a haven for conservative views, but has been denounced for allowing bigoted rhetoric. Now, at this point, guys, I would ask you, has anyone taken account for all of the accounts that's on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all of the social media outlets? Yeah, is it just Parler that has these types of voices? You know what I mean? Like that's all. Like Parler is the magnet that pulls them all in. I don't understand. It's like, what is this? You know, where you just want to put everything and everyone in one box. You know, that I think is the essence of America, where it's a bunch of different voices. You know, we're supposed to be free, where we don't have to live on a designated area, you know, to express your views. You're supposed to be able to express your views wherever you are. So when I see YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, I see a different collection of views, or I used to before people started getting run off and censored. I mean, like I always say, these are some dangerous days, guys. So now that you're identifying Parler as being the place for these voices, you want to, of course, demonize them. Well, in the interest of full disclosure, I will say that I do have a Parler account. All right. I'm not very active on there. I haven't really done much on there yet. But, you know, my experience with people who are on there so far has been very positive. I had some people set up security for me. You know, some might say it's a firewall of sorts. Of course, it's in the interest of in the image of a burning cross. But, you know, thanks, guys. You know, they're very helpful. After her announcement, right-leaning fans filled Carano's thread with supportive comments, sometimes accompanied by their own Parler account names. Other Star Wars actors such as Mark Hamill, John Boyega, and even Carano's Mandalorian co-stars Pedro Pascal and Carl Weathers have been outspoken about their liberal beliefs and their God-given, you know, righteous beliefs, setting a precedent for Carano to express her own personal beliefs. In the process, though, some who previously saw Carano as not only an ally, but a champion, now feel alienated by her. I've talked to lots of other fans about this, people who didn't finish their costumes now and don't have the heart to do it. I personally am really glad that I finished mine, Justice said. I want everyone who loves Cara Dune to feel as welcome as I did when she first came out. I don't think it's fair for us not to be able to enjoy something because one or two people decided that they were going to be disrespectful to the fans that made them who they are. All right, I'm not going to go on with the article because they get into, what's her name? What's that other chick's name? Rosario Dawson and the problems with her. All right, but that's another story. But guys, you know, what I find disingenuous about this is that, see, my personal code is that I judge people based on my personal experience of them. If I don't have a personal experience with them, well, my opinion can only go so far, you know, because I just don't know them. But if you've had a personal interaction with someone and they were good to you and supportive of you, well, then I would think that when someone else, a third outside party, comes along and tries to demonize this person, you would primarily go by the experience that you had. Now, this J Justice person had a positive experience with Gina Carano, so I would think this would be the time when you would say, wait a minute now, you're saying that she was hateful. Well, she knew that I was queer, you know, she knew that I was a fan of hers, and she was supportive of me. You know, she was positive, she uplifted me. You know, she encouraged me. But no, that's not what this person wants to do. This person wants to contribute to an article which is smearing the person who was good to her. To me, that's dishonest. You know what I mean? And that is just an indication of what's been going on with this whole hashtag fire Gina Carano thing. These people have decided they're going to take a good person and they're going to smear this person. They're going to make this person a human sacrifice to further their own agenda and their own advances. And I think that more people need to really fall back and look at this like objectively, and see what it is. This is not right. It's like you're going to ride this internet wave of people, who probably are not even really even watching this show or even Star Wars fans, because this is the person of the month that you're going to sacrifice. Everyone else has the right to their opinions and stuff like that. These are, like I keep saying, these are dangerous days that we're living in. Even if she doesn't believe in masking up, that is her right to believe it. That doesn't mean that she's going to force other people to do it or whatever the case may be, but she has the right to learn. We all have the right to learn. We might think of something one month or year or whatever, and then we might think differently later. I don't understand where this is all coming from, where people think that they have the right to police what other people are thinking, and if that person doesn't fall in line with them, they have a right to end that person. So just wanted to throw it out there, guys. I want to know what you think about this. To me, this is an indication of just how disingenuous this whole movement is, where you can have this woman support someone who she knew was gay. She has supported people who are trans, but wisdom. If you're in a relationship, sometimes people have a problem in relationships because they disagree with the way their significant other is expressing affection. Now, you can't control the way a person expresses affection towards you. They're doing what they're capable of doing based upon who they are and where they came from. You can't control how another person loves you. You can't support how another person or control how another person supports you. So Gina Carano was supportive of this person. That doesn't mean that she has to put pronouns in her bio. It doesn't mean that she has to chant Black Lives Matter. It doesn't mean that she has to vote like you vote. She is an individual, okay? She supports you the way that she supports you. Just because she doesn't go connect all the dots that you connect doesn't mean that she's any more or less of a person, a good, decent human being than you are, the other person is. But anyway, guys, I've gone on long enough. You can get in the comment section and let me know. What do you think about this? It's okay to disagree if you want. All right, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. As always, you can catch me on Twitter. The link to that will be in the description box below. Thanks for listening, guys. I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.